All right. Miyah.
Hi.
Miyah, where are you from originally? Where'd you grow up?
I'm from San Bernardino, California.
You are?
Yes.
Tell me about your family growing up. You had mom and dad?
Yes. Both my parents. Plenty of siblings. Very family oriented. Never really had friends growing up. It's really cousins, brothers, sisters, like all raised in one big old apartment complex. Like,
That sounds like a good childhood.
oh yeah, loved it. Probably we're still the last generation to be outside. So as a kid, we were outside living our lives. Like, I don't know, love my family, love them to death.
That's great. How far did you go in school?
I graduated.
High school?
Yeah, I graduated high school. I did about 6 months of community college. Just couldn't get into it. I learned, like, I was in school mostly. My main motivation for school when I was in high school was sports. So going into community college, it was like I didn't really care to play sports again. So
What was your sport?
I ran track and I played basketball. So after, finishing that and then going into college, it was like I was mainly in college for business. So it wasn't really like a want or need to want to stay or be there. So I just kind of dropped out and I started hustling. It wasn't like, I don't know, like I didn't start off outside. Like I started off doing shit completely different. Like I was stealing, I was outside with the boys. That's all I'm gonna say.
Are you the black sheep of your family?
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Why do you think that is?
Live up to it.
Why do you think that is?
My lifestyle, for one. Nobody in my family does it. Like, none of the women in my family do. And if they do, then, nobody ever found out about it because I don't know about it. So, but it's mainly because of what I do for a living, where I decided to go in the path of my life. After my dad passed away, it was like, I don't know, I was kind of at like a standstill. So it was kind of like, all right, well, I'm grown now. Shit, I'm finna go do what I need to do to take care of me because my family kind of drifted apart after my dad passed. So it was like, okay, well, like, shit, nobody out here looking out for me. So I need to go do something. And like now I'm being my age that I am now, it's like, versus when I first started, it was so much of like, I couldn't even come around my family. Like, it was so bad. They didn't even want me around.
Because
they didn't want
the stigma of being a sex worker?
They didn't want to talk to me. They didn't want to, I don't know, like, the way they talked to my mom, too, it was just like, you're letting her do this. But it's like, I'm not a kid. Like, I started out when I was 21. Like, I'm 26 now. So it wasn't much anybody could say or do. Like, it's my life. If I want to do it, I want to do it. So.
You're an adult.
Yeah. They just didn't like that I was so public with it. I was so out there with it. They didn't like it.
I mean, it is illegal, but it's almost legalized, like on Figueroa Street. It's.
I can't tell. What's illegal?
Yeah. There's a lot of technically illegal
yeah.
things done down there.
It's, it is, but.
How did you first get into it?
I already knew about it. Like, I'm not just like, I don't know, my family's, they're not squares or anything. Like, they're just not sex workers, but I have family that are in it in a different way. So.
They're pimps.
I have family that's in it in a different way. But, but yeah, like, I was already like, I've lived in areas where it's sex working going on and I never knew about it. Like, literally lived right on the corner where girls are working at and I never knew. Like, just never put two and two together. But I kind of I think it was like an incident where, I don't know, like my family just closed their doors on me. Like, this was before I was a sex worker though. Like, it was just after my dad passed, like, I don't know, like my family didn't want to take on the burden or responsibility or anything like that of making sure his kids are okay or like, making sure we're good in life. Like, stepping up and being those parental figures in our life. But like, that didn't really happen. So I don't know, once I was calling family, I needed somewhere to go one night and And then I had someone tell me like, oh, I'm not at home, we're out of town right now. But like I was standing outside the door and I heard everybody in the house. So it was just like, that was kind of like a, damn, like my own family don't even want me around, like what the fuck. So I just kind of, I don't know, I just started walking, and I ended up on Fig. And it went from there. It just went from there.
You've been doing it roughly 5 years?
Yeah, this month makes it 5 years, yeah.
How have you changed since you started?
I would say as a person, or just like how have I changed, like
as a person?
I'm more open. Like I used to be this really shy, like low self, like so, oh my God, my self-confidence was so low. Like I did not think I was pretty. Like it was never like a time where I felt like I was ever pretty, like until I started doing this. Like I never felt like I looked good. Like I was never complimented. Like I never like was told, like I've always been skinny. This has been my size my entire life. So
some people are just skinny.
I've been talked about so much and bullied so much for it. So it's like I never heard anything good about myself. Then I'm raised with mostly boys. So that doesn't make it any better. Like boys, like our brothers, like they're gonna bully us. So
but the tricks have built
yeah,
up
like
your
not even just tricks. Like I just come outside and it's like other girls, like you're pretty. Like especially with me being a darker skinned girl, like it's like you're pretty. Like oh my gosh, like
no, you're a beautiful girl.
And then it's like even girls from clients to like pimps, like it's just like once they see something or somebody that's like, I've had someone tell me like my looks are infatuating. Like I've never been told that before. That was just like, damn. Well, thank you. Like I'm glad you actually look at me like in that kind of light. So it's like it's raised my confidence up to where like I carry myself with my head up now instead of down. Like instead of me walking around looking at the floor, like my nose is up and probably got the most confidence in this room right now.
You realize your worth.
Yeah. Pretty much. And then it's opened me up. Like, I don't, how can I put it? I'm not so closed off. Like I said, after my dad passing, like, I kind of shut off the whole world. Like, I didn't want friends. I didn't even want my family around. I didn't want to talk to anybody. Like, I was just doing everything that I could to, like, go against what my family believed, pretty much.
You were close to your dad?
Oh, yeah. My best friend, for sure. So the fact that I only got 16 years with him, it sucked. Because still needed my prom. He was still supposed to be there for my graduation. Like, he was still supposed to be there for when I get married or something. Like, he still had a lot to be there for. Like, still supposed to be here for his grandkids getting born. Like, not mine. I don't have any kids. But, like, my nephews and my nieces, like, he missed it all. Like, I have siblings who never really got to experience them in his, like, you know, experience him in their life. So it sucks. I just kind of like, even though it's been almost 10 years, it just kind of like, damn, I wish I can go back. I wish I could start that whole year over and do shit different. Maybe I would have saved him. I don't know. But, I mean, you can't go back to the past. It's just, you cope with it and you deal with it now. And like I said, at the time, I was closed off, didn't want people around me, didn't really talk to people much, like didn't really go outside much, so didn't really have friends at all. But it's like, once I started doing this, I want to say a lot of people know me. I'm more out there. I don't know, like,
how often are you out on the street? Every night?
Not every night, I'm not gonna lie. I try everything in my power not to be out. Like, I would do whatever I can to not have to go out. Like,
do you not like what you're doing?
No, I do. I enjoy it very much. The part I enjoy the most is like making people day. I don't know. I've had friends that have lost like their battles to, you know, depression and stuff. So it's like, and I never knew that they were going through that. And I was only like 14, 15 in high school. So like I never even knew my friends were going through that. And like I would lose like the only friends that I did have around. Like, I lost one of my friends, I think I was like 14, and he went back to Chicago for like the summer, and he ended up committing suicide because, like, I really don't know the whole story, but I just know he ended up committing suicide, and it kind of like, I don't know, it stuck with me the whole freshman year. So like, I always made myself into the person, like, you just never know what somebody's going through, and you never know like what you're doing to make their day. You never know what you're doing to make someone feel better about themselves. You never know what you're doing. So for me doing what I do, it's like, yeah, like my clients give me like that confidence and like, you know, that want, that need to go out and like look my best and dress my best. But it's like, at the end of the day, we give them confidence too. Like, we give them that security that like, hey, I see you. Like, hey, you look nice tonight. Like, hey, you look, you know, you dressed well today or something like that. And they probably put on their best fit today and nobody the whole day gave them a single compliment, and they were just waiting to hear that one thing. And you just never know what it'll do for them. Like, their whole face will light up, and it's just like, I like that.
Do you feel like what you do for men is almost like therapy?
In a way, yeah.
I think I've learned that the women who see it that way are the ones who weather this lifestyle the best. And
Yeah.
the ones who see it as, oh, I'm being
Yeah.
taken advantage of or exploited or whatever, those are the ones that really end up on drugs and have other problems too.
Yeah, those are the ones that feel like they have no way out.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, this is
you-
the life I live, so I'm stuck with it.
Do you still believe in love?
No.
No.
I-
You've seen too much. There's too many married men come through.
No, not even that. It's just, I've been hurt so many times. Like, people I put my trust and my commitment to, it's like, and I don't know, like, I've had people that just recently, like, somebody I've dealt with for a while, it was just like, I don't know, like, you ever had a whole situation just blow up in your face? Like, it was kind of one of those moments. It was just like everything that I thought I had, it was just like somebody came in and just blew it all up. Like, no, this is not what you have for real. And then the person that I was dealing with just like kind of allowed it. So it was just like, I don't know. I've just dealt with a lot coming from men. So
You've had your heart broken.
too many times. And it's always when you're giving somebody, like, it's always when you're giving somebody your all. Like, that seems to always be the case. Like, once you're really, like, sticking your neck out there and really just, like, coming to terms with whatever and, like, really going through whatever for that person and just dealing with whatever, it's like, okay. But then they turn around and just, like, act like you've never meant nothing to them. It's like, how? Like, I just never understood that. Like, I've asked my mom this question, like, how does somebody just act, like, say they love you every single day, then wake up one day and just don't want nothing to do with you? Like, I don't know. Shit like that happens. So it's like, do I believe in it? It's out there. Yeah, but
It seems to be a miracle when it works out.
yeah, do I see it for me? No. Not at all. No, I don't see it for myself. I really don't. I don't really focus on that. So that's another thing too.
That's sad.
Like,
Do
it
you-
is. Damn.
Tell me about your clients.
My clients, my clients are Asians and younger, older white men. Those are my clientele. I'm a small, petite black girl that some of them have never had in their lives before. I've been a lot of my clients' first black girl. Like, I've been a lot of my clients, like, first for ever doing it or, you know, picking up a sex worker. I don't know. Some of my clients are quick, simple, and easy out the door. Then majority of them they're really sweet. Like, I have really sweet clients. It's crazy, but I have really sweet clients. They just like to hang out, spend time.
You're easy to talk to.
Yeah. And
You don't come off like a hustler. A lot of the girls come off as like hustlers.
And I get that, like, I can keep a conversation. Like, it's not just, oh, we talk about this. Like, oh, what's your name? Where you from? Oh, what do you do for work? Oh, okay. You ready? Like, it's not, yeah, like, that's how pretty much, like, all the girls work. Like, it's, hey, your name? Where you from? Okay, that's cool. Well, you ready? Like, where's the rest of the conversation? Where's the interest? Where's the, like, engagement? Like, a lot of girls miss that part, so... Yeah, I don't know, but those are like mostly the type of clients I get. And a lot of my clients, like, for everyone out there that thinks like we're just straight flat backing, we're just laying on our back getting fucked like crazy, like, no. Like, it's been so many times, like, I've gone to like some of my clients' house, like, they're probably like, they're regulars now, but I've gone to some of my clients' house, like, for the first time ever meeting them, and I played Uno. I played Goldfish. Like, I've sat there and made fucking cookies. Like, I do shit like that. Like, so for everyone that thinks that we just lay on our back and just think that we just do this or we do that, like, we're just being lazy instead of going out and getting a job, like, it takes a lot of energy and effort to really engage into someone that, you know, it's a purpose on why you're engaging with them, of course, but you still have to have some type of interest regardless. Like,
do you like men generally?
Yeah, of course. Like, attracted to men, yes. Do I don't know, men are hard. Like, my generation of them, they're like, I feel like we got the worst kind of men.
Yeah,
so it's like,
guys in their 20s.
Yeah, it sucks because I feel like we got the
impossible.
worst kind of men right now. And it's like, I can't really, I'm sorry, I can't say too much good about them. So no, I don't really focus on them, don't really care for them until like I meet somebody that's like, hey, damn, you're one of a kind. Like, you say shit that I've never really heard nobody say, or you've done shit that I've never really seen nobody do, or you like carry yourself in a way that I don't see our generation really carry themselves. Like, it'll be stuff like that. It has to be like that for me to like even have some type of romantic attraction. Like, but other than that, I don't know.
Other guys that you've had as clients who got more seriously attached to you?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. I've had clients that have to like stop talking to me because
Really?
they've gotten too attached. And it's like, you're too cool. Like,
That's just not just, that isn't just an opportunity to make more money?
no, I feel like I'm missing.
To drain him of his bank account?
Yeah, but that's like, I feel like I'm missing it because it's like they'd rather cut you off and then like rather than getting attached and like keeping you around because they know like it's a transactional thing regardless. They know how they met us. They know like they're gonna have to pay regardless. Like, no matter if I like you back or not, it's still the same deal when you see me. So as long as we keep that understanding, like, we're good.
Is all love transactional?
No?
No?
Is it?
Well, I mean, not between a parent and a child, perhaps, but
I mean, I shouldn't.
romantically.
Romantically, I don't feel like that should be transactional though.
Yeah, but it seems to seep in somehow.
Yeah,
Very often.
that's true. That's very
And if you
much
see
true.
it negatively, then, oh, it's terrible and it's tainted.
Yeah.
But if you don't see it negatively, you just see it as like a law of the universe, then it's like, that, to me, it's okay.
That's true. That's very true.
You know,
I don't know.
men are providers and women are,
Nurturers.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't like, I've interviewed psychologists who see it this way. And initially it seemed like a really harsh view of it. But the more you soak it in, the more you realize it's not that horrible thing.
Yeah.
You can still be a romantic and see it this way.
I mean, that's true. It's true. I mean, that's a clever way to put it also. I never really thought about it like that. That's crazy. But yeah, everything's kind of transactional. I mean, but me doing what I do, it's like a different kind of transactional. So it's like,
Yes and no.
yeah. So for me to like want to deal with somebody like that's right for me, like right age, you know, whatever the case may be, like it has to come with me giving up what I work hard for, and I don't want to do that. And it doesn't even matter, like, you don't even have to be a pimp, but they know what you do, so it's like, oh, they want it. They want to be a part of it. Like,
well, the relationships you've had in the past that maybe didn't go so well, were they with guys in the game?
some of them, yeah, and then some of them, they weren't. So it's like, regardless, like, that's why I can say, like, me being in my lifestyle, like, dictates the men that I attract. So
For sure.
the men that I attract aren't what I would like. And then the ones that I do like, it's like they'll find out what I do, and then it's like all of a sudden they want a piece.
They want a piece of it.
Yeah.
They don't want you to get out?
No.
You're not.
No.
You need a square.
It's, oh, we all got to hustle. Like, we all got to hustle. That's like, and it's like, I'm not going to stop my hustle.
I'm fascinated by that whole mentality that exists in the hood, where the men are expecting the women to support them.
Yeah, that's.
Because like out in the world I come from, it's the other way around.
Yeah.
If anything,
Clients that I've
a lot of women
like,
make money now, but
like a lot of clients I've seen, like they've said the same thing. Like, where's the men? Where's the men? Like, I don't typically date blacks, but when I do, I had this African dude tell me, like, you know, men are the providers. Like, where's the men in your family? Like, they're supposed to be taking care of the women. Like, they're supposed to be out working right now. And I'm like, you're in America. Don't none of that shit happen here. Everybody fend for themselves, deal with their own shit. You turned 18, you kicked out the door, you got to figure it out on your own, like, pretty much. He's like, he was just so appalled by it, because he's like, what? He's like, so the men doesn't take care of the women? And I'm like, no, we take care of them. Like, he's like, oh, you have to get out of this life, girl. And I'm just like, yeah.
I think you might need
Nothing's for the long run, though. Like, you know, I don't ever plan on doing this for too much longer.
Are you addicted to the fast money?
No. It's not even an addiction. Like, yes, it's a, I don't know, like, I have more appreciation for it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not an addiction. Like, where it's like, oh, no, like, this, I'm not making money fast enough. I got to go. I got to get back outside. Like, it's not one of those. Like, how can I put this? I don't know, like, I've been in survival mode for so long. It's like trying to find, I don't know, I don't know. I don't even know how to put it. Like, I just been in survival mode for so long. So it's like, this is the only way I know how to survive. This would help me when I didn't have, like, nothing. This would help me when I needed something. Like, when I was, like, just nothing to my name, nowhere to go. Like, this helped me.
And you don't have a drug thing, or do you use drugs?
I smoke weed.
Yeah, but nothing like ecstasy or the other.
No.
A lot of girls are using ecstasy.
No. Ecstasy, shit. A lot
I
of
think
girls are
I
using
think it keeps
perks.
you warm at night.
They're using perks. Like,
Is that what they're using?
it's Percocets. Like, everybody's off some type of Percocet. 15s, 10s, 20s, 25s. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't really know, but.
And I think those, if they get them off the street, are often laced with fentanyl.
Yeah. But most of them are prescribed. Like, somebody gets a prescription for them, and then somebody buys the prescription.
At least that's safer.
Yeah, like, that's where I've seen people. That's how they get it. I don't know about, like, the just picking them up off the street, like somebody walking up to you like, hey, I got perks. Mm-hmm. Like, that's crazy to me. You're a bold person to,
Especially
buy
now.
some pills like that.
Especially now.
But yeah.
Where do you live? Do you live in motels?
No, I live in Vegas. I have a place in Vegas.
So you live permanently in Vegas, but you're out here working?
Yeah.
Do you work in other cities?
I work, yeah.
What cities do you go to?
Recently, I just came from the Bay Area just recently, but damn near everywhere in California, like almost every major city in California pretty much has a track. So.
And the reason for going from LA to San Bernardino to Bakersfield to San Francisco to Oakland to San Diego is what?
Different clients.
Sacramento.
Get different.
Just different. You're somebody new?
For one, you're a new face, and clients are different everywhere. Like, I can go, like you said, I can start off here in LA right now, and I can just clean up everything that I can here in LA. And even though I'm still in the same state, I can go up like a few more cities and go to another city. And I can go to San Diego or something, and I can go clean up San Diego.
Because you're fresh and new.
Yeah. Like, there's clients everywhere for somebody. There's some clients that they only live 30 minutes away, but they don't want to drive 30 minutes to come to Fig. So go 30 minutes to Anaheim or something, and it's a whole new track, like a whole new clientele waiting for you to get, I don't know, like that's the thing about it. Like, it's always some money out there. It's always money out there. Like, you just got to go get it.
Do you see men differently after doing this? Because a lot of your clients are married, probably.
No, that's their business. That's their business. I don't know. That has nothing
but do you see men differently?
From bad run-ins I've had, I see men differently.
What's the worst thing that's happened to you?
It's been a few, but I've never had nothing like really too bad happen. I've just had close calls. Like, I don't know, like my guardian angels have been on my side watching over me for real. Like, my dad has been watching over me, that's for sure. Because nice. I've had close calls, but I've never really had nothing like happen. Like, I've had, the last thing that I've just had recently happen to me, like, I don't know, I was having a good night, and then this guy, he's like, oh, I have, like, you know, he showed the money out the window. And I don't typically date blacks. So it was just kind of one of those nights, like, well, I only need a couple more anyway. Like, you know, I'll have what I wanted to make. So fuck it, come on. So I'm, like, telling him when to park, but he's not really, like, trying to do it. And then on top of it, like, that's why I don't like drinking, and that's why I don't like being high or anything like that when I am out working, is because of this reason. Like, I was, like, drinking that night. I was having a good night. Well, I had a whole good week. So I was, like, just celebrating the weekend. I'm having a good weekend. It's a good night. Like, I'm just enjoying myself, happy, like, and I get picked up, and then we drive, like, across Imperial Highway, and we're under the freeway right there. And there's, like, another car parked across from us. Like, I'm not thinking too much of it. Like, I'm just, you know, just ready. And then I'm like, I jump in the back, and I'm like, oh, you got the money. So he starts looking for it. That raised, like, red flags right there. You just showed it to me before I got in this car. Why are you looking for the money when you just showed it to me? So I'm like, but he's looking for a while in his middle console. So I'm like, okay. So I called one of my friends that I knew had a car. And I just called, and I just threw the, like, phone under the seat. And, like, in the midst of me, like, making the call and throwing the phone under the seat, like, he comes, like, in one little motion, and, like, it's just a knife to my neck. Like, I had the scar for, like, a year, like, on my neck. It finally went away, but I had the scar on my neck for, like, a year. He kind of just pressed it into my neck. It wasn't like a slice. He just pressed it into my neck, and then he started cutting off my clothes. And I had, like, these, kind of like these, but, like, they were pink. So they were bright as hell. So I just started kicking the windows, and I guess the car that was across from us, it was a girl and another guy in there doing a date. So they heard me scream, and they saw me kicking, and, like, yeah, the chick that she was with ended up, like, jumping out the car. Then she ended up pulling me from one side. Then, like, the chick ended up pulling, like, the dude off of me from the other side. And she's like, you okay? You okay? Like, are you okay? And then, like, the dude was, like, getting beat up. And then he just jumped back in his truck and took off.
That's really nice of them.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm not going to lie, because I didn't know nobody was in that car. Like, it was crazy. It was pretty crazy. But that was, like, the closest call I've ever had. Like, he was, like, literally my clothes were cut off. Like I didn't have no clothes on but a jacket and my heels on. And that was it. And then the girl, she, like, no, the dude that she was dating, like, he went to his trunk, he grabbed an extra jacket and wrapped it around me until, yeah, my peoples came and picked me up. And then, I don't know, I still, like, if I run into, like, I don't even remember who the girl is. Like, I just want to thank her still, like, to this day. Like, because if it wasn't for her and her doing that date right there, like, there's no telling what would have happened to me. Like, and that's kind of why we look at black men different and we don't deal with them. Like, especially as a black girl. Like, you have sisters, daughters, nieces my age, like, or close to me or that look like me. Like, why are you okay with doing this to somebody that's your same race? Like, I can know your little sister. I can know your little cousin.
Anybody, period.
Yeah, like
You don't just do that. You just don't.
why
do that.
would you even do something like that? And then it's just like no reason. Every time it's no reason. Like because you're trying to get something for free. Like you can go to a bar and get somebody drunk as hell and do that.
I mean, I've heard these stories so many times. It's almost like they don't understand how to treat women.
Yeah, that's why like in that light, like I look at men different. Like when shit like that happens to us, it's like, yeah, that makes me look at men different because were you raised? Like honestly, like by animals or like did you have like physical people in your life that loved you? Like, I don't know. Because I can't go out there and just hurt someone like just unprovoked. Just, I'm 105 pounds. Like what can I possibly do to you to where you feel like you have to hurt me? Like, I don't know. I just never understood that. But yeah, that was like the worst thing to happen to me. That was like the closest call I've gotten. But I've had like most of my bad run-ins have been with Black clients, so that's why I just don't deal with them.
Yeah, you're the majority. The majority of the girls don't do that.
Yeah, and they wonder why, and it probably like they hate it so much because I've had so many like say something like to when I say like, oh, I don't date Blacks, and it's like, oh, stupid ass bitch or something like that, and it's like, you see why. This is exactly why. As soon as you don't get what you want, it's like, this is what we get. Like, so you see why. But I would say that's for the West Coast. I can't speak on the East Coast and down South. Like, those are, some of those men over there, like, they're really sweet. They're really gentlemen, which is surprising as hell. But especially down South, like, though that, I don't know, that country love out there is a little different. Like, they held us, like, to a way more respect than anything. So, I don't know, they respect our lifestyle. They respect our hustle. Like, it's never like, I want to take from you. It's more of like, I respect it. Like, well, shit, since you're doing this, like, let me spend some time with you. Here you go. Like, I can respect that more than just, oh, like, let me try to hurt you or harm you to get what I want.
Did you have dreams of doing something else with your life?
Oh, definitely.
What'd you want to do?
I was supposed to be a fashion designer. I love clothes. I love designing.
You're still young. You can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. But right now, it's like, now that I'm older, it's more of like, I like interior designing. So like home interior designing.
Similar.
Yeah. Like I like designing homes, landscaping. Like that gives me peace now, rather than just putting together some clothes. Like when I was little, like, yeah, I could stitch together some outfits or something. Like I can go play with like some needles or something. Like I can go under my grandma's bed and pull out her little cookie thing that has all the needles and thread in it. Like I can go do that and then go put something together. But like now that I'm older, it's more like I like home designing. Like I would love to go in and design somebody's home. Like you can have like a $50 million mansion or something and you just need the whole place designed. That is like my dream. Like, let me design your whole home from top to bottom, like every single detail in here. You will love it. I don't know. That gives me peace. So that was like my dream.
That's nice.
I still dream. Still dream.
That's good. Do you have any regrets in your life? No.
Not at all.
Let me ask you one last question. What would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in 26 years?
Never feel like. That's a good question. The biggest lesson I've learned. It's crazy. It sounds crazy when I say it, but I would have to say, like, I don't know how to put it, but damn, how can I put this? It's like being there for people. Like, I've learned that, okay, basically, like, what I mean is, like, I learned that like a lot of people look out for themselves, but like I'm so much of like I'm always the person that people call on like for anything and everything. But I noticed like I can't be nice. Like
You get taken advantage of?
yeah. Like I can't be nice. Like I can't. It just doesn't work with this lifestyle. You can't be nice. Like my clients, of course, yes, most definitely. But outside of clients, you can't be nice. Like it's just like everything's like hard body. Like you gotta like be hardcore because people will really run over you. Like
You're in a snake pit.
pretty much. Like I've had situations where it's like I've done so much for, and because I was so nice and so lenient and so just laid back and just like, okay, well let this shit happen. Like, all right. Like yeah, I brought it up a few times, but like, you know, I don't want to seem like a bug, like I'm nagging or anything. So I just lay back, let it happen, and then just never get nothing from it. So it's like I learned people leech off me, like my personality, like for my money, like whatever the case may be, like it's just certain situations you just can't be nice to, or you can't be a nice person for. So I've learned like you can't be nice. Like you really gotta be stuck up sometimes. You really gotta be all for yourself sometimes, cause ain't nobody else looking out for you but you. Like don't nobody else, like if I was to go broke right now, like I can't call none of these bitches. I can't call no nigga. Like I can't call nobody like, oh, I need some money. Like, can you send me some money? Da 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 da. Like, no, I gotta go out and get it myself. Like, even though somebody didn't borrow money from me before, like I can't call them back. Like, hey, can I borrow? Like, or can you send me back the money that you like, you know, you borrowed from me? I'll never get it back. Like, and then you'll never hear from that person again. Like, people are opportunists. So once they see the opportunity, like, and they take it, it's like, I don't know, like I just can't fuck with you again. So I've had so many like people like that, or I've run across so many people like that. Like that's why I don't really have friends. Like I talk to 2 females and that's about it.
Do you have friends?
They're more closer than friends. Like these are like my sisters. Like
Okay.
these are like my sisters. Like been there before me for everything. Like I said, like whenever I needed something, you know, they got it for me. Whenever they needed something, I got it for them. Like, rather than other people that I've come across. And it's like, yeah, you my friend, like, but I've had people, like, I've helped out, never gave me $1, didn't have to put $1 on nothing. And, you know, they'll go back and tell their family or their peoples or something like, yeah, she did me wrong or something like that. Then I get messages like, yeah, you did my daughter wrong. Like, da-da-da, like, my other daughter want to fight you now. And it's like, okay. But, yeah, I just learned not to be nice to people. Like, that's, like, the biggest lesson I learned. Like, look out for me, worry about me, and that's all that needs to be done. Like, if you're not my 2 sisters that I really, like, rock with on an everyday basis, that we really, like, hear with each other and we really look out for each other, I can't deal with it. Can't deal with you, can't deal with people. I just stay away, stay to myself, because people really take advantage of you. Like, sometimes in a worse way, sometimes in a, like a, all right, like I just can't fuck with you again type of way. Like, but I've been fucked over in like the worst way. So it's like, yeah, I done had people I trusted with my money. Like, all right, can you do this for me? Da-da-da. Like, just go take it to do this or go take it to do that. Like, I just don't got my ID. Can you just do it for me? And disappear with my money. Like, I don't know. I just learned to not be nice. Real stuck up. Like, people tell me this to this day. I'm stuck up. I'm bougie. Like, I carry myself like I think I'm all that. Like, I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to think I'm all that. I'm supposed to be bougie. Like, I'm supposed to be a little stuck up. Like, I'm supposed to hold myself to a certain standard. I'm supposed to. Especially after, you know, the people I've came across. Yeah, I'm supposed to. Like, so yeah, that's like the biggest lesson I've learned for sure.
All right. Miyah, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you for having me.
I wish you lots of luck out there.
Thank you.
Be careful. Even though Soft White Underbelly consists of a lot of videos, it's really still a photography project to me. And if you appreciate the photography, sometimes it's difficult to enjoy it when it's scrolling down the screen, which is the only option I had in this horizontal format on YouTube. So last year we came out with the first Soft White Underbelly book, which is a collection of the best portraits from the thousands of interviews I've done. Each portrait in this book is accompanied by an interesting quote from the person's interview.
Oh my God.
There's more.
Wow. These aren't as bad as I thought. I look like a witch.
I will not be reprinting this book when it sells out. So once it's gone for good. You can order yours at softwhiteunderbelly.org. $125, $150 for a signed copy. And thank you for watching.